Men just kill themselves and no one cares. We need to change it. There's no funding for men's mental health, and it's the biggest killer for men between 21 and 45. And no one talks about it. No one even mentions it, lad. Women talk to each other. There's no stigma on women. They sit around and have a cup of tea. Men don't, lad. Men feel like, oh, I can't go and say that to him because he'll think I'm a little mushroom. You know what I mean? That's what men think. But as I said in the cage, I'd much rather my friend come to me and speak to me and cry on my shoulder than me have to cry when I'm carrying his coffin a week later.
I spent my whole life hanging on by my fingertips, telling everybody not to worry, that I was going to make it okay, because that's my job. Well, now I can't promise that anymore, so it makes me sick. But I'm going to do whatever I have to do to take care of my family, because I'm old, I'm tired, and I'm not sure how much longer I can hold on.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Yeah. Take this. It's not heavy enough to hold me underwater. Look, everything's gonna be fine. Go on back upstairs and entertain the troops. Business as usual.
Welcome back. It's the delivery. We've made it this far. I hope you guys enjoyed yesterday's episode. I know it's a little rough hearing the stuff like that, knowing things like that happen all over the world. I'm sure it happens more often than our brains even try to comprehend. Kids are crazy. But thank you for showing up. Thank you for liking, supporting, sharing. Like I said, this is our channel. This is our story. I'm thankful to be here with you guys. Thankful to have this opportunity. Today, we're going to talk about men's health. Not always an easy topic to talk about. A lot of us don't talk about it. Let's be real. We go to work. We do what we're supposed to do. And that's kind of our daily lives. Just thinking that we have jobs to do and that's what we're supposed to do. We're more than that. We are. So we'll get into that in today's show. I just want to thank you guys for coming. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. Time is the only currency that has value in today's world. So I definitely appreciate you sharing your time with me and letting me talk to you and tell stories and hopefully connect. That's what this is about. Today's episode is really going to touch on that. A lot of us sit alone. We're in our cars, at the gym, wherever we're at, we feel like we're alone. Thanks, guys. Share, love, tell me your stories, tell the world. Tell us, this is about us. This is about you, me, everyday people. We're humans, that's what we are. Life separates us by everything it can under the sun. One thing that connects us all is that we're human beings. As men, it's tough to be a human being. We have to earn our value. Value isn't just given to us by how we look. It's earned. What can we offer people? Sometimes our kids make us feel that way. Partners make us feel that way. Jobs make us feel that way. What's our value? Well, as a man, you're really valuable. We've built empires. We built societies. We build towers, giant towers. So men are important. You're especially important. Thank you.
Men are fighting something called functional depression, but you would never know by just looking. He functions fine by day, smiles, jokes, answers texts, so you keep assuming he's okay. He shows up for everyone, drops everything to help, and keeps his life looking normal. He goes to work, hits the gym, laughs at jokes. No one suspects the battle inside him. But at night, he sits in a dark room, alone, with thoughts that feel like endless pain. Functional depression looks like motion and presence, while he quietly breaks from within. He won't always ask for help. He waits to be seen, to have someone notice the cracks. Don't take the daytime smile at face value. Look deeper, ask gently, and really listen. Don't wait until he breaks. Remind him now, you're not alone, and your life still matters. 94% of men are...
What do you need? It's tough. Even successful people, they struggle. Maybe with more success, you struggle more. Look at, what is this, clavicular, dude's on top of the world. And he was just trying to be out in public. Had somebody harassing him and just like, it was nonstop. The guy was nonstop. He showed so much more patience than most of the people I know. Guys walk up on you, throw water on you, but they're trying to agitate you because they know that he's successful. Like I said, in competition with one another. When together as men, we can accomplish so many things. I saw them out last night in a photo that showed all of them together. That was strength, because there's strength in togetherness. That's what they're afraid of. They're afraid of men like us coming together, putting our differences aside, races, religions, things that I guess matter but don't really matter. What you believe shouldn't change how you feel about your brother. I have 2 brothers. I love them to death. I miss them all the time. I wish we talked more. I wish we hung out more. But it's hard as men to find time for that because we're providing for our families. We're trying to be successful. We're trying to reach the next goal. But as men, the goal line always moves, or there's always somebody blocking it. Nick Fuentes, when he started off, the whole world stepped on him. The whole world. And he fought to be successful. You think he doesn't struggle? I'm sure he struggles. I'm sure every man struggles. It doesn't matter how much money they have. It doesn't matter how much fame they have. The struggles just get bigger. They get more expensive. They get harder. People trying to knock you off from your status. Being a man's hard. And it's not about man versus woman. It's never about that. We're men. You're women. That's really the end of the conversation. If you think that you're equal to us, then that's what you think. But you can't play the same sports as us. We got to have them separate because men are just innately bigger and stronger and faster. Maybe not faster. Women are pretty quick. Women are strong and fast and successful too. It's not a competition because we're humans. Women are a blessing. They're the blessing that God gave men. They're beautiful. They're so beautiful that the gods themselves couldn't stop themselves because that was God's gift to men. My sons, my creation. We are his son under every creed, no matter what religion, no matter what color. We all face those internal struggles. We all face battles. Our life throws challenges at us. Sometimes we feel like we can't overcome those challenges. I wasn't able to walk. As somebody who has basically worked since I was 14 years old, not being able to walk made me feel worthless. Watching someone go to work every day to support me, to feel like I wasn't doing enough. That's how men end up in prison. Men end up in prison most of the time because they're trying to do something to survive. Not because they want to be out on the street selling fucking drugs, not because they want to risk their lives. It's because they're trying to support somebody, or it's because we didn't have no love at home, so we go out on the streets where our brothers love us, but then our other brothers hate us. We fight for separation to make money when we make more money together. We don't always have to compete with the next person next to us. As a man, I know your ego is strong. I'm tough, I'm rich, I'm successful. You're human. That's great. Those are great accolades, but you're human. Being rich, being successful, having 10 houses, having 20 cars, we can't take none of it with us. We can share it with our brothers while we're here. We can be successful together. Men coming together is the one thing they're afraid of because this is our world. We are God's sons and we're separated, so far separated, that there's a group of individuals that are running the world because they work together. They're all different races. They're all different creeds. They're all different religions. You think that matters to them? No, because they know that together is the only way anything gets done. Our men in the military don't go on a mission alone. They go together. Our brothers, our grandfathers sent together to fight wars, to sacrifice their lives. And we can't come together at home, fighting amongst ourselves in competition. That's what leads to most of the struggle. You don't want to tell somebody about your problems because it makes you feel weak. You don't want somebody to think you're weaker than them. You don't want somebody to think that you're broker than them. They're not struggling to pay bills, so you don't want to talk about how it's hard for you to feed your family. You don't want to talk about how you got to work 2 jobs just to keep food on the table. How a company won't hire you because you got a history or you got a past. That's fabricated by bullshit laws anyways. Basically meant to put every man who walks out of his front door to become a felon. Especially when you're black. 17 out of 100 men that go to prison are black. Meanwhile, 3 out of 100 are white. And in between is everybody else. for draconian laws anyways, for us providing for our families mostly. Nobody wants to stand out there and sell crack at fucking 4 o'clock in the morning when it's 20 degrees outside. Are you kidding me? The hourly wage that comes from slanging drugs versus the time that you spend in prison anyways, it's less than minimum wage. But some people can't even go get a minimum wage job because you won't even let them in the door. Your brother, you won't even let in the door. Another one of God's sons. Being a man is hard enough. Being a man alone is even harder. Success doesn't come from being alone. It comes from working together. Preventing suicide doesn't come from fighting it alone. It comes from reaching out. Don't be afraid to pick up that phone and call somebody. We get lost in our headphones. We get lost in our vehicles, on our motorcycles, in our truck, on boats. We fish, we hunt, we love cars, we love women. These are things that most men share in common. We want to be a free man. We want to go to work and have value for our work. We want to not be taxed 10 fucking times for the money that we already bleed and sweat and die for. Yet, you're going to take a third of my paycheck before I even see it. That's why they don't want us to come together, because we'll realize, oh, well, together we can stop them from stealing our fucking money. We're strong. We're a force. Men across the country, men across the world. The struggle is the same for most of us. Sure, we all have our reasons for why we're there. Accountability counts too. If you're struggling or you're in a situation, what can you do to change that? What can you do to better that? If you're fighting, walk away. If somebody's challenging you, let them challenge you. It's hard to fight somebody who don't get in the ring. What do you have to prove to the next person? That you're stronger? That you're better? You got more machismo? You got more money? That's what leads to deaths. Because the next thing you do, you guys are pulling out guns or fighting each other instead of fighting the things that matter. The things that would make it so you're not so angry that you got to fight somebody. You're not so depressed that you're drowning yourself in a bottle, whether that's a pill bottle or an alcohol bottle. Those problems don't disappear because you drink. They don't disappear because you're on drugs. It's because we don't face them. You got to face those problems. I had to face not being able to walk, not being able to provide for my family. I couldn't even get up to change my son. He had to come on my bed at 2 years old so I could change him. It's rough. Life is rough. It's rough enough as it is. Fighting each other, being distant, not coming together. That's rough. Being alone is rough. Everybody who hears this knows what I'm talking about.
You may not hear this enough. I want you to know that I'm proud of you. Life is a struggle, man. It's hard. But you get up every day and you keep fighting to see another day. That's why I'm proud of you.
Sorry, guys. So apparently we're going too hard on men's health. The episode turns out to be too long, so I'm going to have to download it in 2 episodes. I thank you for coming. I appreciate you for listening. I hope that this episode really reaches out to the people that it should. Thank you for coming. Subscribe, tell people about us, share your stories with me. Don't be afraid to contact me.